Hello. This video is going to be about accessories I use with my banjos, plus perhaps a little bit of whinging about some of the drawbacks of being in your 80s. But before I start, I'll just point out two things. One is that the door is open. That's because one of our dogs is inside. And if I shut the door, he's likely to come and bark at it and interrupt me. With the door open, he might wander in, but he won't make a noise. The second thing is me making an effort to improve these videos. I've stuck a big red arrow to the end of my camera, my phone it is, because I know I tend to look straight at the camera, straight at my image on the camera, and so it means that you see me looking off to the right. So I've got this arrow to try and draw my attention to where the camera is, so I can look straight into your eyes. Okay, enough of that. Now, accessories, things I use with the banjo to make life easier. Okay, the first one is the strap. I've got a strap. The reason is that I prefer to play banjo standing up. And the reason for that is, and this is where the whinging starts, that if I sit too long, my back stiffens up. And if I sit too long, my feet get really cold, no matter what the ambient temperature. So I prefer to stand up. And once you stand up, oh well, I'm sitting now, but once you stand up, then you need to stabilize the banjo, so you need a strap. And in my case, see this thing? It's not a dead cat, it's a rolled up pair of socks. My banjo is quite light, it doesn't have a resonator, but because I fell off my bike last year and broke my collarbone, I've still got some soreness in there, and the socks are to sort of protect my neck a little bit from the weight of this banjo. So next strap. The next thing is in the back I got a piece of foam. Now this is a Deering banjo, so it's quite good, and I may not need that piece of foam. I was advised to put pieces of foam in my banjos because, according to my informants, cheap banjos sometimes have unpleasant overtones that you can get rid of by exactly that, stuffing something in the back. The thing about being in your 80s is, for me, that I've lost quite a good amount of my hearing at the top end. So I don't hear high frequencies. I have difficulty making out the difference between consonants because I don't hear the high frequencies, which means that it's quite likely that a banjo will make buzzes that I just don't hear. So just in case, I make sure I pad the back of the banjo. So strap, padding. Now the next one is a tuner. I need a tuner. My ear's not really very good, not good enough to tune by ear, and even if it was, I'd probably be lazy enough to want to use a tuner. So here we have a clip-on tuner. And this one is really cute. It's really cute. You don't have to turn it on or off. You just flip it up and it turns itself on. And when you finish tuning, yeah, that's not bad. That D's not bad. You just flip it out of the way. Isn't it cute? I love it. And it's called, oh, there's Rory. Can you see him? No, you can't. He's a bit below the level. It's called a Moai tuner, and it's a cherub, and I love it. I've got many of them. I put them on the banjos and leave them there. So a tuner. And then, last but by no means least, well, actually, by every means least, really, I don't like these things, but they're necessary. When I'm playing in G, oh, by the way, this banjo is in open G tuning, so G chord, C chord, D seventh chord, and I can play lots and lots of things in the key of G. You may recognise that. If you don't, it's Bile M Cabbage down. I guess every banjo player has come across that early in their playing career. But anyway, I'm playing happily in G, you know, no worries. But somebody complains that that's not the right key for their voice, and they want me to play it in A. Oh, I say, oh, I play in A, yeah, okay, I can sort of do that. But if I'm going to play the notes, then, oh, A's got a C sharp and a, oh no, too hard for me, okay. So what do? Well, I can retune the whole thing up to an open A by tightening all the strings. That's going to take me, you know, 10 minutes by the time the whole thing settles down. So I'd prefer not to do that. So what can I do? Well, I can shorten the strings, and the quick way of shortening strings is, as most people already know, a capo. I like this capo best of any I've ever had. It's a guitar capo, and it's got a name on it somewhere. What? So, Kaiser. It's a Kaiser. And it's really simple, and it clips on there. And now all my open G notes here become open A notes. And hey presto, I can play. I can't. I can't play in A because, as you can see, this capo doesn't cover the fifth string. So I've got to do something about that. And if I have to use a capo, which I avoid as much as I can, I need a fifth string capo. And that's the other dog. That's Sasha. She's outside and wants to get in. But I'm going to ignore her for now because I've nearly finished, right? Capos. So fifth string capo. Some people hammer little model railway spikes, little pieces of hooked metal in between the frets on under the fifth string, and when they want to shorten the string, they hook it under. I don't like that method, especially with nylon strings. You're going to wear the strings out. Oh, I forgot. Of course, I could tune this up 2 semitones to A, but this string is pretty tight already, and A is getting very close to where you have to worry about it breaking. So I don't want to tune it up. I'm going to leave it no higher than G for safety. So what do? Well, I read somewhere that this is what you do. You go and find a biro, ballpoint pen, one with a hollow there that the pen goes into, and a bit there that hooks into your pocket. And then you carve it and then make it into something that looks more like, oh, have I shown you that? That's the pen top. You carve it into something that looks more like that. Can you see that? Okay, so what have I done? I've taken the end off because I don't want my capo interfering with the other strings. I've cut a notch in the top because I don't want to lift my fifth string too far away from the fingerboard. It makes life more difficult. And the best thing, the bit that I invented, because when I first made one of these, it would work itself loose. It would, after hitting that string a few times, it would just jump out. And so what I did, I stuffed it with blue tack. I don't know if you have blue tack all around the world, but we have it here. You use it to stick posters on your wall if you don't care about the paintwork on the wall. So I've stuffed the inside of this with blue tack, and what that does is two things. First of all, it gives me a sticky, tacky end there, so that anchors it to the neck. And secondly, because it's full of that stuff, it gives it a lot more weight, so it doesn't vibrate as easily when you play the banjo. And so it stays there. It's marvellous. And I'm very proud, I'm very proud of that invention. Okay, I think I better go and settle the dogs down. Okay, I'll see you next time. Oh, I forgot to use my arrow. Never mind, next time.